Hey, good morning, guys. We're at about mile 151, Stecoah Gap. We're going to be heading south back to NOC today. Just got dropped off. It's going to be a chilly one, about 38 degrees. It is just about 8 a.m. A little bit later start than we planned on, but not too bad. Running about a half hour late. And here's a view of the sign. Here's a view of the trailhead behind us. That's the way we're going to be heading today. I just got on trail. Here's our first sign. 14.3 miles today is what we're heading to from Stecoah Gap to NOC. Not sure what MC highway is. Okay, we got 1.1 miles in, 4.4 miles uphill still to Cheoah Bald. Not 100% sure. I'm guessing it might be that one out there. Here's the view we got so far. We've been going for about 50 minutes. And I think it's going to take us a while to get to Cheoah Bald. It's a lot of uphill still, but we'll get there. We got Mount Possible, elevation 3881. Watch says we've gone 1.74 miles. The sign says we've gone 1.6 miles, so somewhere in there from Stecoah Gap. 3.9 miles to Cheoah Bald. A lot of uphill, another couple thousand feet it looks like, I believe. Okay, we've been hiking for about an hour and 40 minutes. 2.75 miles in, 2.75 miles to go to get to Cheoah Bald. I'm guessing that's it straight ahead. We're gonna take a little break, get some water, some electrolytes, a little snack. And we're gonna keep on going. I haven't seen any water yet, so we're gonna go ahead and hydrate up right now. Get ourselves a water bottle empty for when we do see some water, and we still are carrying a little bit of reserve, so I think we're in pretty good shape. Okay, we are about 3.8 miles into our day. About 2 more miles to get to the top of Cheoah Bald. These are the views we got. And we get a little bit higher and this haze will clear and we'll have some hopefully nice beautiful views. It's going to be another hour and a half before we get up there, so I'm going to keep moving. I don't want to burn too much of our daylight here. Well, there's not too much to see from here. Here I thought we were at the top, and as you'll see from the map next, I'm not at the top. I've been 4.9 miles and I have another mile to go to get to the top. This is going to be an interesting day. We've been hiking for 3 hours and 13 minutes. Been 5 miles. It's pretty good for going all uphill, I guess. But we're going to go get this other mile out of the way, because after we start going down, we got another 3/4 of a mile to a mile up along the way as we're heading down. So here we go. Well, almost an hour later, and we still have 0.4 miles to go to get to the top. At this point, I'm not sure what we're going to run into first, Cheoah Bald or St. Peter. Oh, the up just doesn't stop. Once we get up there and go down, we still have another mile up. Oh, mercy. Well, thanks for joining along. I'm doing all the work, so you don't have to. Okay, we're just below the summit now. This is Stecoah Gap, 6 miles back. Sassafras Gap, 1.5 miles ahead. The yellow blaze signifies that there's the intersection of the Bartram Trail right here. There it is going that way. That's where we came from. You see the white blaze. And that's where we're going. You see the white blaze. Stecoah Bald is just up there. You can kind of see the top right there. So we're not too far now. We're doing pretty good. All right. Stecoah Bald. 4 hours and 34 minutes later. 6 miles uphill. We stopped and grabbed a bite to eat. We got a little more we're going to eat. Letting our jackets dry out in the sun and just enjoying the view a little bit. You can see I got 6.07 miles in. But now we've got our 8 miles downhill. Hey, at 7.1 miles. Got our sign here. So we're at the Sassafras Gap Shelter, Stecoah Gap, 6.7 miles back, 6.9 to go. NOC is 6.9 miles away. So we're pretty close, but I'm gonna run down to the shelter, try to find some water. We haven't found any water yet in almost 7 miles. Well, here we are at Sassafras Gap Shelter. Figured as long as I had to come down and grab some water and use the privy, I'm gonna sit down and rest my feet for a few minutes. Might as well get some video of the shelter. There's the trail coming in, goes up there. Trail over to the privy and trail down to the water source down there. The creek is flowing good. Good water. I stocked up. Got 7 miles to go. Mostly downhill. I just figured I'd show you guys the shelter, what it looks like. This is Sassafras Gap. And we finally got to the top of those 3 ups that I talked about being so small earlier. Here's what I saw when I first looked at the map. And here's how the climb actually turned out. So, needless to say, a mile later and another hour worth of climbing later, finally ready to go 6.2 miles downhill. Hopefully we can get there in about 2.5, 3 hours and call it a day with our like 14.3 miles or whatever it turns out to be. Oops, sorry guys. Got in such a rush to try to start making it downhill. I forgot all about getting some video for you. Getting some pretty switchbacky stuff across the rocks here. Switchback turns, goes up that way, across the rocks again, just up there. Here's the overall ravine that we're traversing. Trail goes this way, and I think we're just kind of going down into that. Got 4 miles to go. It's 4 p.m. I got about another hour and a half. I'm timing myself against to hopefully be done and be back down at NOC. Okay, we're now 3 miles out. I'm hustling and I'm totally running behind. It's about 4:45. We are at Grassy Gap Trail meets the Appalachian Trail. Have a little bit of a uphill. We get over that, another little bit of an uphill, and then I think everything is down, 3 miles down. Seems to be more ridgeliney than switchbacky, which is a little tough on the ankles and can't quite get the speed I'd like to get. But, you know, we take what we got and we do the best we can with it. It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining. Been hiking for 8 hours and 20 minutes. Got 12 miles behind me. Like 2.9. It's like 3 miles left to go, and we'll be there. We're going to go throw a pizza in the oven and have a good night. On December 7th, 1968, 783 feet southwest from this point, Wade A. Sutton, North Carolina Forest Service Ranger, gave his life suppressing a forest fire that you might more fully enjoy your hike along this trail by the National Forest Service. May he rest in peace. Okay, here we are, guys. Trail's End. NOC. Bookie from Rambling Roots Hostel is on her way. We're crossing the bridge. She'll pick us up on the other side. And been a successful 14-mile day down. Thanks for joining me. I'm ready for a hot shower and a pizza in the oven.